The following is a presentation of KJAM Sports.
This is Bulldog Basketball on AM 1390. Today's game is brought to you by the KJAM Sportscasters Club.
Now let's head to the press box. It's the Bulldog Pregame Show
With the voice of the Bulldogs, Matt Gross.
And a good afternoon. Welcome to Brookings High School, the Bob Jostad Gymnasium. It's Madison Bulldog Basketball here on Dakota's Best, AM 1390 KJAM, and online at AmazingMadison.com. I'm Matt Gross. Hope everybody had a great Christmas as we welcome you in to the Edward Jones Investment Pregame Show. Madison Bulldogs in their Christmas break, an annual game here in Brookings for the Entringer Classic. And for the third year in a row, the opponent for the Bulldogs in the Classic will be the team that's taken them down each of the last 2 years, the Castlewood Warriors. Madison coming off their first loss of the season before Christmas. Bulldogs started their year with a couple of nice road wins, picking up really good second-half performances. It wins over Elk Point Jefferson and then the Tri-Valley Mustangs. And then they followed that up with a very poor second-half performance against the Lennox Orioles in what turned out to be a 40-point blowout win for Lennox in the first home game of the year for Madison back on the Thursday before the Christmas break. So it's been a long time here for the Bulldogs to kind of have that sour taste in their mouth. You got the Christmas break thrown into there to kind of, break up your practice schedule a little bit, and probably got after it a little bit yesterday, and then come back here and try to start the season anew, kind of, is what every high school basketball team has to do in the middle of this Christmas break. Try to now get ready for the stretch run of games. Madison boys, again, 2-1. That game against Lennox, Bulldogs played a pretty good first quarter, actually built up an 8-point lead at one time in that first quarter. Then you could just kind of tell Lennox in the last maybe minute to 40 seconds of the opening quarter in Madison picked up the tempo a little bit, and Madison was very reluctant to play at the pace that Lennox was pushing the game to. Then Ben Brooks gets in some foul trouble. He's on the bench. When he was out there, you could tell with those fouls he was just not as engaged on the defensive side, and it became a free run to the basket. Anytime Lennox wanted it, there was really nothing that Madison could do to stop it. That game ballooned out of control pretty quickly in the third quarter. We hit the running clock in the fourth. Madison, I do not believe, scored in the fourth quarter of that game, and Madison ends up losing it by 40. At home, the first home game of the year, not the way they wanted to kick off what is already kind of a season where they don't play a ton of home games the way it is because of neutral site events like this. It just seems like Madison plays a few more road games every year than they do at home. And to have one of them end in a 40-point loss against maybe one of your chief rivals in the Lennox Orioles, I know is something that Coach Chad White is going to want to take care of as soon as they possibly can. Bulldogs, I think the number one thing to look for from Madison is Castlewood wants to push the pace and play with physicality, which is what Lennox did to succeed against Madison. Can the Bulldogs respond? Can they play, at a higher, more athletic style of basketball than what they want to do? Madison's a very skill-driven basketball team. They want to work into their offense, get some open shots, take a lot of threes, look some corner looks, maybe get some opportunities for Ben and Beanhoff to drive and get to the free throw line. But the teams want to run and gun and get a little physical with them. It's not something that Madison has so far shown that they've got the ability to adjust and play to that style. Madison boys have a couple more games coming up at home next week. Madison has kind of an unusual opportunity to host a doubleheader against Belfouche on Friday. The Belfouche Broncs will be in the eastern side of South Dakota for a holiday classic of their own. And while they're here, they're going to play a couple of games Friday, boys and girls doubleheader next Friday against the Madison teams. That'll be the next game for the Madison girls. They haven't played since that Lennox game either, and they're not going to until that Belfouche game. And then Madison boys and girls will also play at Madison High School the following Saturday, a week from today. in the late games at the high school gym in the first ever America's Hometown Basketball Classic being put on by the Madison Baseball Association as a fundraiser for that group. There's, I think, 18 games or something like that happening between the high school and the middle school gym next Saturday. Games start in the morning, and they go late into the evening. I don't believe the Madison girls even tip off until 9 o'clock next Saturday. We'll have both those Madison games for you right here on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com. We've got about 3 minutes to go before the start of this one. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll look at starting lineups for both these squads and more coming up. This is your Edward Jones pregame show. Before we turn it over to our first commercial break, just a reminder of the law on the court, your game officials, brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, who reminds all players and coaches and fans to show officials the proper support and respect. It's their participation that makes high school sports possible. We'll be back with more of your Edward Jones Investment pregame show next on KJAM.
If you're like a lot of South Dakotans, you've made a purchase online for services or products and have had no issues. Unfortunately, scammers view the internet as their playground, and they're constantly deploying new scams to attempt to take your hard-earned funds. Fraudulent websites have grown by leaps. Consumers and businesses need to check all aspects of a website before making any type of purchase. Questions regarding this scam should be directed to South Dakota Attorney General's Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have a lot of questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tyler Weedy. Let's work together to help make sure your finances meet your unique needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Call us at 605-256-3550 to schedule an appointment.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most. Find out how at bankeasy.com.
Hi, I'm Laura from Kinsley Funeral Home. My brother Andy and I are always here to help you make final decisions and arrangements for your loved ones, no matter where you live. We have facilities in Salem, Hartford, Madison, and can provide services in Sioux Falls at Heritage Funeral Home. At Kinsley Funeral Home, we are always here to help guide you and explain the process so you and your family can make confident and informed decisions. Call Kinsley Funeral Home and let us help you with your funeral arrangements or explain the benefits of pre-planning. Kinsley Funeral Home, offering caring, compassionate services to Madison and the surrounding area.
Back with you here in Dakota's Best in our Edward Jones pregame show. I'm Matt Gross. Entringer Classic. This 2004 edition is the 31st annual Michael J. Entringer Scholarship Classic. The event that began as a way to honor Mike Entringer, officiated football and basketball for 15 years, officiated high school football games throughout South Dakota, and showed his dedication at all levels that he officiated, junior varsity, high school, even junior high, and continued that involvement as an avid sports fan until his death in September of 1990. And the Entringer Classic began in 1994, just 3 games that year. Sioux Valley and Coleman-Egan, Esteline, Elkton, Arlington, and Dubrook were the 6 teams that took part in that very first Entringer Classic back in 94. And now here we are where games started very early today over in the main high school gym, or the auxiliary gym at noon. This is the 3rd game here in the high school gym. Dual beat Esteline Hendricks earlier today by the final of 65-61. Sioux Valley beat Coleman-Egan 64-57. Garrettson beat Arlington 62-31. And Iroquois Lake Preston beat Oldham Ramona 59-42 in some of the other games today here at the Entringer. Every year they also induct one or multiple people into their Entringer Hall of Fame. And this year it's Madison Superintendent Joel Jorgensen. Mr. Jorgensen, a 1981 graduate of Clear Lake High School. He began his teaching career in Warner, was there from 85 to 88 before moving to Arlington, eventually moved into administration in 1998, became the superintendent of Arlington, In 2002, he moved to the Hamlin School District, was there from 2002 to 2016, and since then has been the superintendent of the Madison Central School District. And Mr. Jorgensen, again, your Entringer Hall of Fame inductee this year for this boys' Entringer Classic. As I said, Madison and Castlewood, this is the third consecutive year that these two teams match up in the Entringer Classic. Last year, it was all Castlewood, a 71-39 win over the Bulldogs. The year prior to that, they beat Madison 53-48. So Madison hasn't won since 2021 in the Entringer when they beat Elkton Lake Benton by 6. Castlewood is the number 1 ranked team in Class B basketball right now. The Warriors been to the state tournament in Class B 3 consecutive years. They were third place team last year, and they were the consolation champs the year before that. Now undefeated and the number 1 ranked team in Class B basketball, and hoping to take down the Bulldogs tonight to maintain that undefeated start to the season. Madison just trying to recover from that lopsided loss to Lennox a little over 1 week ago. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two squads. We'll start with the Warriors of Castlewood. Starting at a guard for the Warriors is Camden Kessler. He's a 6'3 sophomore, number 0. Also at a guard is Jamison Kessler. He's a 6-foot senior, number 22. The forwards, Bodie Bass. He's a 6'5 junior, number 4, along with Luke Bomberger, 6'5 senior, number 23. And Brian Lew, who's the 6'9 senior center, number 33 for Castlewood. Again, a big team, a 6'9 center. You've got Bass out there at 6'5 forward, so a lot of length on this Castlewood squad. For the Madison Bulldogs, starting will be Miles Schneider, the 6'3 junior, number 1. Brody Cummins, 6-foot junior, number 2. Kason Crabtree, 6'2 junior, number 3. Shane Veenhoff, 5'11 junior, number 4. And the 1 senior is the captain, 6'9 senior, number 21, Ben Brooks. Brooks in the center circle, ready to jump it up with Lew. Tip is up and run down in the corner, controlled by Cummins and the Bulldogs. Gets it over to Veenhoff. Shane's going to fire a 3 and connect from the left wing and start the scoring for Madison here in the opening quarter. It's a 3-0 Madison lead on the Farmers Egg center scoreboard. Lob inside, nice catch. Shot up inside, no good by Lew. The rebound, put back is up and in. And it's a 3-2 Madison lead here in the early going. Now it'll be a corner 3, but they'll wave it off, call it travel on Kason Crabtree. So Crabtree called for the travel as the Bulldogs turn it over here on the game's second possession for Madison. Bulldogs going to come with the trap defensively, and they're going to get a steal out of it. Crabtree picks it up. Crabtree, pump fake, up off the glass, no good. Followed a reverse lay-in by Schneider is in. Miles Schneider with the 2 off the Crabtree steal, and a 5-2 lead for the Madison Bulldogs. As we come the other way, weaving through traffic. Now kick back outside. Pump fake on the shot by Bomberger. Bomberger gets it to the top of the key. Lew looked at it, now hands it away to Kessler. Kessler on the drive, shot no good. Rebound, put back, rolls off the iron, no. Another rebound, Lew puts it up this time. Again, it bounces off, and Brooks will secure the rebound for Madison. Ben into the front court, fires right side. Schneider, there's pump fakes in the 3, drives instead, floats it with the right hand, and connects. 4 in the game for Miles Schneider, and a 7-5 Madison lead here in the opening quarter. Ball across the timeline. Kessler driving to the elbow. Fades it away from 10 feet. Shot no good, but another offensive rebound by the Warriors, and the put back by Bass is up and in. And a 7-4 Madison advantage now as Veenhoff and Cummins bring it into the front court. Brooks has not touched the ball yet on the offensive side. Veenhoff with a hesitation dribble. Got to the free throw line. Now Ben has it off the elbow on the left. Drives to the free throw line. Bounce pass somehow got through to Schneider, but he needs to get back outside and reset. Brooks, top of the key with 10. Gets to the free throw line. Is cut off there. Feeds into the corner for Wienhoff. Around a Brooks screen. Shane with 4 to shoot. Lost the ball. Gets it over to Ben. He'll rush the 3. And that's no good. It banks up and off the shot clock. And it'll be Warriors basketball. Bulldogs are going to sub. They're going to bring Crabtree out, and very quickly, Nolan Nielsen, the 6'7" freshman, is coming into the ball game. Madison may be sensing they need some height inside, some rebounding here, and so Nielsen checks in. With less than 3 minutes gone by in the opening quarter, Bulldogs lead it by 3, 7-4 on your Farmers Ag Center scoreboard as Baumberger around a screen, goes to the elbow, into the hands of Jamison Kessler. Shot no good. Rebound run down by Wienhoff in the corner. Shane thought about a cross-court pass to Nolan. Gives it to Brooks instead. Into the quarter for Cummins. Back over to Brooks. Wienhoff, who hit the 3 to start the game. Pump fakes on 1. Now drives. Cut off by a pair of Warriors. Reverses it back around the arc. Here's Brooks. Around the Schneider screen. Brooks lost a handle. Got it back. Now 15 to shoot. Castlewood playing tough defense here. Madison struggling to get a shot away. Here's Wienhoff. Gets to the free throw line. Kicks it outside for Brody. A 3 from the right corner. Off balance. No good. Schneider trying to run down the rebound, and he does. Away for Nielsen. Top of the key. Shane again. Wienhoff backs off between the circles to reset. Skip pass into the corner for Brody. Schneider trying to cut through the paint. There they get him the ball. Spinning. Bounce pass away for Nolan. Nolan back outside for Ben. Bulldogs just working it around the arc, trying to find an open shooter. Here's Schneider on the drive with the right hand. No, but he got fouled. And Miles Schneider will step to the free throw line and shoot 2 here for the Bulldogs with 4:29 to go. In the opening quarter, Madison leads at 7-4 as Henry Wienhoff, 6'3" freshman, checking into the ball game now for Madison, replacing Brody Cummins. So both freshmen up off the bench here for the Bulldogs. Inbounds goes to Schneider from the right wing. The three-pointer is no good off the heel of the iron. Rebounded by Camden Kessler for Castlewood. Warriors into the front court. Kessler works from the wing right side. Now out top of the key, Bass. Trying to post up. Leyu inside. Nothing there. They reverse, try to come back to him, but still being guarded well by Nielsen, fronting him now. The three-pointer comes from the opposite side, no good. Ben has the rebound and wants to push it. Ben into the front court. Bounce pass ahead. Oh, it's off the hands of Wienhoff. Shane couldn't handle it, and it goes into the stands. And a turnover by the Bulldogs, second on the Bulldogs in this ball game. Madison just 2 of 8 from the field here in the Castlewood 2 of 8 from the field in the early going. Madison's got the 3-point lead, 7-4 on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. Ben was giving Kessler the drive. He goes in, gets it for Leyu. Inside, now kicks it back out. Left side for Kessler again. A catch and shoot left corner 3 is no good. Rebounded by Wienhoff. Long outlet pass. Shane to Henry. Now it's Schneider driving inside. And off the window, his shot is no good. But Nielsen grabs a rebound. He turns it around. Putback is off the mark, no. And rebounded by the Warriors. Bulldogs will sub 2. Crabtree and Cummins ready to come in on the next whistle. Crossover by Kessler, and we're going to get a hand check foul on the Bulldogs. 3:18 to play here in the opening quarter. Madison scored 7 points quickly, but has been quiet since then. Substitutions here for the Bulldogs as Shane and Schneider come out. Crabtree and Cummins back in for Madison. Castlewood basketball, fresh shot clock as we approach 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Bennett Johnson in for the Warriors. Swings it off to the wing right side. Back to Johnson now. Johnson, as they just play some catch. Left to the right. He'll fire away a 3. Brooks did not close out on him. Just kept giving him that open shot. And Johnson will say thank you very much. He knocks it down, and we're tied at 7. Cummins into the front court. Outside Nielsen couldn't secure it. Got it back. Over to Henry now. Crabtree into the corner for Nielsen. Nielsen outside to Cummins. Henry Bean up. Now down low for Nolan. Nolan backing his way. Off the window. Turnaround hook shot, no good. Leyu rebounds for the Warriors. As we come the other way with 2:20 to go here in the opening quarter, all square at 7. Leyu on the drive now, attacking Nolan. Powers his way to the block. Puts it up and in. He's got 4. Here's Brooks the other way. Brooks got it rejected. Rebound by Castlewood. Bennett Johnson bringing it up on the far sideline. Johnson picks up his dribble from the elbow. Leyu now looking to drive again on Nolan. Brooks comes in. Oh, we're going to get a whistle. Brooks came in to get the block, but they must have got Nolan on the bump. And it'll be 2 shots. First free throw is up and rattles around and drops through. One more coming here from the line. And that one drops through, make it 11-9. Castlewood on top. Bulldogs nearly throw it away. They get it back over to Crabtree. Fires a corner 3. A little rushed, and it's no good. And a rebound. Picked up by the Warriors. On the hesitation dribble is Jamerson Kinsler. Outside. And now on the drive, here's Johnson. Johnson, nice wrap pass through the baseline. Manley for 3. Shot no good. Rebound ripped away. Leyu puts it back up. No. Got his own board again and then gets fouled. And he is going to the line. Bulldogs are out there without Nolan or Brooks right now. They both checked out on the last whistle. Ben's going to come back in quickly. And 2 more free throws coming up. First free throw rattles home. Leyu now with 7.7 rebounds as Nielsen and Brooks both check back in. Coach White doing a lot of quick subbing here in this opening quarter. Madison had a 7-3 lead, but it's been a 9-0 run now by the Warriors. They lead it 12-7. Crabtree with it off the top of the key. Around a screen now, Cummins back over to Crabtree. Reverse left side into the hands of Ben Brooks now. Nielsen sets up for a screen. Ben around it, drives to the elbow, pops that free throw line jumper and knocks it down. Ben Brooks gets on the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon. Stops that scoring run here by Castlewood with 40 seconds to go in the opening quarter. It's a 3-point Warrior lead at 12-9. Leyu goes inside, now back out. Bomberger on the drive. Kicks back for a right wing 3. Shot no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Manley. Manley back into the corner right side. 3-pointer by Bomberger, no good. And the rebound to Brooks. Brooks launches a pass ahead to Schneider. Then Brooks tried to one-hand it back down to Nolan Nielsen. And Madison playing a little hot potato with that basketball. And they turn it over for the 3rd time here in the first quarter. Manley checks out. Camden Kisler back in for the Warriors. Bennett Johnson brings it into the front court. Shot clock is off. Here's Kessler. Back over to Johnson. Now Jamison Kessler steps into a 3 with 5 seconds to go. No good. Offensive rebound. Leyu inside. Puts it up off glass. And it goes down as the buzzer sounds. He's got 9 and 9 here in the opening quarter. And it's a 14-9 Castlewood lead over Madison on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. We'll be back with quarter number 2 next. This is Bulldog Basketball on KJAM.
MDL Madison has all your beverage needs. Pull up to the drive-thru window. We are always greeted with a smile. MDL has a large selection of fountain, bottle, and canned beverages, plus snacks, convenience store items, and gas pumps to top off your tank. MDL in Madison is open every morning at 5. Make sure to like MDL on Facebook to see more cheap prices every day, because discount is their middle name. MDL is where customers always go.
You love MDL. You love MDL. Today's housing market can move quickly. And that's why First Premier Bank has developed a streamlined mortgage process to move your financing through the system as efficiently as possible. From our convenient online application to the day you close, our mortgage bankers are committed to providing personal and responsive service. We want to make your home happen by making the mortgage process as easy as possible. Apply online at firstpremier.com/home. First Premier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Brookings and the Entringer Classic, 31st annual Michael J. Entringer Scholarship Classic. And after one quarter, it's Castlewood with a 14-9 lead on top of the Madison Bulldogs. And they have the basketball to start this second quarter. Jamison Kessler works it to the elbow. Oh, nice bounce pass down low into the hands of Brody Bass, who lays it in up off the glass for two. And Castlewood grabs the first points here of the second quarter. Bulldogs with it on the left quarter. Cummins to Brooks. Veenhoff on the drive. Attacks inside, up off window, no good. Leo's presence in there, just enough to frustrate the Bulldogs as they try to drive. He gets it from the elbow now, faces up, sees Ben. Double team comes, so he gets rid of it. Works it over to the right side. Jamison Kessler gets to the free throw line. Cummins stays in front of him there. He reverses course. Bomberger and now over to Camden Kessler. Castlewood, very quick ball movement here. 10 seconds to shoot. Fade away, free throw line jumper, no good. And the Brooks with the rebound. Bulldogs will take that shot all day. Ahead, Cummins. Cummins lays it up, no good. And the Warriors come back with a basketball the other way. Madison maybe rushed it again. Ball's loose inside, picked up by Crabtree. Crabtree bounce pass ahead to Veenhoff rather. Then Ben tried to put back dunk, no good. Now we've got a whistle inside, and it's going to be a foul on Castlewood. Bulldogs are trying to get out and run here against the Warriors, but have not been able to score transition points as of yet. Pardon me, that foul I thought was going to be on Castlewood. They called it on the Bulldogs. Foul was on Schneider, his first personal. Shane Veenhoff gets his first break. Nolan Nielsen's on the floor here for Madison, battling with Leu inside. Ball back out top of the key for Bass. Bulldogs trying to give a little help with Ben inside. Now here comes that high pass to Leu. Runs into traffic, has to get rid of it. Open shooter beyond the arc. No good. Ben then has the rebound off his fingertips. He tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Castlewood. And again, the Bulldogs just trying to secure some defensive rebounds here. It's hurt them in the early going. They trail by 7, 16-9. 6:10 to play in quarter number 2. Jamison Kessler to the free throw line, extended left side. Brody Bass got rid of it quickly into the hands of big 6'9" Ryan Leu. Gave it up, got it right back underneath, puts it in, and a whistle and a foul. Count the basket, and he'll go to the line, trying to complete the three-point play. 11 points, 9 boards now in the ball game. 11 of the 18 for Castlewood. That foul on Nolan Nielsen, that is his second personal. Free throw is good. And give him 12 now with 5:54 yet to go here in the opening quarter. Cummins now right side for Ben. Back to Brody at the top of the key. Bulldogs have had to put a lot of energy into their offense. Free throw line jump shot, no good. Schneider. Nielsen rebound inside. Gets it out to Ben. Ben back over to Miles again. Nolan attacks to the paint. Spins. Trying to do a few up and under moves. Puts it up off the glass. Shot no good. Cummins trying to tap the rebound out. And he does tap it off of Luke Bomberger. Madison will maintain the possession. Nolan was trying to dig deep into his bag that time. Could not shake Leu. Pass goes in to the corner. Catch and shoot Schneider. Tried to draw the thought he was drawing the foul. He just had to get it up. The shot clock had not reset. And so he has to force that one up in the corner, no good, and rebounded by the Warriors. Castlewood coming back the other way. Here's Bass with it. Wants to go inside. Gets it Leyu. Got Brooks in the air and got the foul and the bucket again. And another three-point opportunity for Brian Leyu. Substitution coming. Ben with his first personal foul. And Veenhoff back into the game here for Madison. Free throw on the way, and it is good. Brian now up to 15 points. 15 of the 22 here for Castlewood. Bulldogs. Schneider goes back out top of the key. Veenhoff. Miles has it again in the corner. Pump fakes. Wants to get around his man. Gets into the paint. Here comes the help defense, though, from Leyu. And it's enough to force a missed shot. Johnson the other way with it on the far sideline for Castlewood. Picks up his dribble, but finds Bomberger here. Now skip pass for Camden Kessler. Kessler inside. Leyu, shot no good. Nielsen forced the miss, but they couldn't get the rebound. Another shot up, no good again. Another offensive rebound. No, it's Pat Bass had it. Veenhoff strips it away. Veenhoff attacks, kicks to the corner. Schneider pump fakes on a three. Now here's Brooks just inside the free throw line. Shot no good. Nolan has a rebound. Nielsen puts it back up off glass, and the freshman converts. And a timeout taken by Madison. Halfway through the second quarter, it's Castlewood doubling up the Bulldogs 22-11. Timeout on the floor, so we pause as well. Back after this on KJAM and AmazingMadison.com.
Madison Regional Health is dedicated to keeping you in the game. Our expert team of physicians or physical therapists can treat your strain, sprains, or any injury that has you sidelined. Madison Regional Health also brings top orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists to Madison every week. Get back to your favorite activities with the help of the specialists and staff at Madison Regional Health.
This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Are you craving a taste sensation that'll knock your socks off? Stop into the all-new Go-Go Burritos in Madison. Check out Go-Go Burritos dinner specials like a torta and tots for $11.99 every Wednesday, a family meal special every Thursday night, and buy 3 tacos, get 1 free every Friday night. There's options for everyone, so bring the family for a weeknight special at Go-Go Burritos in Madison. Bulldogs get their first points of the quarter and take a timeout. Come back on the floor with Henry and Shane Veenhoff, Nolan Nielsen, Ben Brooks, and Miles Schneider as Castlewood has the basketball. The Warriors lead 22-11 on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. Quickly to Leyu off the block right side, guarded by Ben. Tries to bounce pass inside. Veenhoff able to take it away, and then he got fouled. Foul's going to be on Jamison Kessler. That will be just the second foul, I believe, on Castlewood here in the second quarter. So Bulldog basketball. Nielsen try to skip pass. It's intercepted. Looking to go the other way, Bomberger. Bomberger with Nielsen in front of him, puts it up, and another and one opportunity for Castlewood. It's Bomberger this time. The steal, the bucket, and he'll go to the line for one more. Foul on Nolan Nielsen. And I believe Nolan's going to come out as that is his third foul. So Schneider, who came out briefly, checks right back in. He's on the floor with Cummins, Shane and Henry Veenhoff and Ben Brooks. And now trying to complete the three-point play is Luke Bomberger, and the free throw is up and no good. Rebound batted out of bounds. Last touch by Castlewood. 24-11, Warriors lead the Bulldogs here in the first half of this Entringer Classic. 3:37 to go in quarter number 2 as Shane comes across the half-court line. Over to Cummins. Cummins nearly turned it over, finds Ben. Ben gets to the elbow, turns and fades away from there and knocks it down. Smooth fadeaway jumper by Ben Brooks. He's got 4 points now for the Bulldogs. Castlewood, right corner. Bomberger wants a three, no good. Cummins has the rebound, outlets it for Shane. Veenhoff on the run, step back into a three, no good. And Leyu with the rebound for Castlewood. Ahead for Kessler. This is Jamison with it, guarded by Cummins. Comes to the free throw line, trying to drive all the way in on Brody. A good defense. He stayed in front of him, but Kessler's able to bounce it in off the glass. Veenhoff then rifles the pass ahead, finds Henry. Henry up off the glass, and he lays it in for two. First two of the game for Henry Veenhoff. And it's a 26-15 Castlewood lead. Camden Kessler away for Jamison now. Jamison steps back for a deep two, and he knocks it down. 28-15, Castlewood here. Cummins around a Brooks screen. Brody at the free throw line, feeds it back for Ben. Stares at the three and knocks it down. Didn't have Bass's hand right in front of him, so Ben will take the triple. And it's a 10-point Castlewood lead, 28-18, as the Warriors take a timeout with 2:05 to go in the second quarter. We're back after a break. This is Bulldog Basketball on KJAM.
When looking for flowers for someone, or maybe it's a gift to yourself for your home or office, stop by the Floral Shop in Madison. They can help you choose the right flower arrangement. Tell someone they're amazing, pick out something sweet and simple, or just show your love to that special someone with fresh, beautiful flowers from the Floral Shop in Madison. Visit the Floral Shop in Madison online at floralshopmadison.com to see their fresh flowers for all occasions and other great gift ideas.
Bulldogs have executed on offense better in the last 3 minutes here, but Castlewood's been starting to make the shots they were missing earlier. They have built this lead on the back of offensive rebounding, 11-28. Just 1 of 10 from deep. Bulldogs are 2 of 8 from downtown after that last Ben Brooks three. And again, a 28-18 lead for the Warriors here. As we welcome you back to the MDL broadcast booth, a steal by Henry Veenhoff. Throws it ahead, looking for Shane. In traffic, he makes the catch. Goes inside, powers it up off the glass, and he's called for a travel, though. Camden Kessler there. Was it a travel or foul call? Oh, foul call, my apologies. I thought it looked like the official was signaling travel. They will get the foul, and so the Bulldogs will have it on the baseline here. Henry will trigger the inbound. Brody with it. Over to Ben. Bounce pass finds Henry Veenhoff on the baseline. Attacks. Bounce pass for Schneider. Schneider puts it up off the window. No good. Rebound batted out. And Castlewood basketball. 1:38 to play here in the first half. As Jamison Kessler brings it up across the half-court line. Bulldogs into a 2-3 zone. Kessler and the Warriors working it from side to side around the arc. Catch and shoot three from the right corner is short, no good. Leyu with another offensive rebound, and a putback is good. He's got 17 points, 12 rebounds here in the first half, and a 12-point lead for the Warriors. Veenhoff now over to Henry. He'll take a three around a Brooks screen and knock it down. Henry Veenhoff with the triple. 5 off the bench for the freshman. And the lead is 9 now for the Warriors at 30-21. Camden Kessler. Skip pass into the corner for Bass. Bass goes inside, and Leyu gets an easy bucket. And then the Bulldogs nearly turn it over on the inbound. Shane's able to control. Veenhoff into the front court. Over for Ben. Off the wing right side. Has a screen from Schneider. Rejects it, drives baseline. Wanted to throw it down, but got fouled. Ben went up with bad intentions. Both hands, he wanted to throw it down over Leyu, but he'll go to the free throw line instead. First free throw up and good for Ben Brooks. Pair of 6'9" players met at the rim that time. Schneider checks out. Crabtree back in for Madison. One more coming up from the line here for Brooks as he knocks them both down. 9 points in the ball game now for Ben as the final 38 seconds of the first half. Just a 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock here as Jamison Kessler dribbles it off to the left side. Bulldogs sticking into the 2-3 zone. Brooks shadowing Liu a little bit. Henry trying to front him. Pass into the corner. Now to the right side. Liu kicks it back out top of the key with 5 to shoot. Three-pointer is up, no good. Henry Beanhoff fights for the rebound. We're going to get a jump ball. And the possession arrow goes to Madison. So the Bulldogs will get it for the final 4.7 seconds of this first half. Warriors set up around the half-court line. Ben rushes it into the front court. Ben wants to get all the way in, floats it up, and the buzzer no good. I'm not sure if he was going for the bucket or trying to float it for shame, but either way, time expires, and we head to halftime. Your score here at halftime of the Entringer Classic, it's Castlewood 32, Madison 23. We'll be back with your Bulldog halftime show next on KJAM and AmazingMadison.com.
Today, you have more choices than ever in how you buy insurance. Don't make the 1-800 mistake when it comes to your peace of mind. Call Brian at King Insurance, your independent insurance agent for all your insurance needs. Trust Brian at King Insurance to provide the coverage you need at competitive prices and the service you need when you need it. King Insurance provides safe, sound, and secure insurance protection. The King Insurance Agency in Madison, located just west of the courthouse. Their local, trusted choice independent insurance agency. Peace of mind when you need it the most.
Touchdown! But wait, are you ready for the real game changer this season?
That's right. Whether you're in the end zone or the weight zone, Anytime Fitness has got your back.
With 24/7 access, state-of-the-art equipment, and a community that's always cheering you on, it's your home field advantage all year long.
Need to tackle that workout before work or maybe blitz through some cardio after the big game? No problem. Anytime Fitness is always open, just like your playbook. So gear up and head over to Anytime Fitness, where champions are made.
Join today and get in the best shape of your life on and off the field.
Go Bulldogs!
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities. No more waiting for your car repair. Contact the all-new Automedics Car Care Center in Madison. Jake and his son have taken over the former Rogers service and are bringing 35 years of combined experience to Madison. Automedics Car Care can take care of all your engine repair, oil changes, braking, injection systems, battery, transmission, even exhaust work, and much more. Plus, they're offering 10% off your first service. So contact the Automedics Car Care Center today at 256-6762 or visit them on Facebook. The all-new Automedics Car Care Center in Madison.
Heartland Energy is your local public power provider, delivering wholesale energy along with a variety of services to the City of Madison and surrounding areas. Heartland partners with the City of Madison to offer rebates for the purchase of efficient electric appliances and equipment. We also offer incentives and low-interest financing options for new or expanding businesses. Delivering power with a purpose, Heartland Energy is your trusted partner for reliable energy solutions. Learn more at heartlandenergy.com.
Welcome back to Brookings and your Bulldog Halftime Show on Dakota's Best AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com. It is the Castlewood Warriors with a 32-23 lead over the Madison Bulldogs. Here at halftime, Bulldogs got out to the very quick lead, 7-3. But Castlewood then goes on a run. Bulldogs put up 9 points total after getting 7 in the first, probably about 95 seconds of the first quarter. They get 2 the rest of the way. And then it took them another minute or two into the second quarter before they got another bucket. So a long scoring drought by Madison. And kind of eerily similar of what we've seen out of the Bulldogs a few times this season is that the offense can really dry up in a hurry. We've seen it even in the wins. You look back to the second quarters against Elk Point, Jefferson, and Tri-Valley. The offense just dried up, and then they came out in the third quarter and really kind of put things away. And then, of course, against Lennox, the offense went away after the first quarter and never really came back. Bulldogs, though, showed some nice life. I like the way they ran their offense. We're, looking to get out and run in transition here against a bigger team. And then Ben, kind of deciding, look, we're going to have some opportunities to drive. Anytime I've got an open look at a shot, I'm going to be aggressive because the things are just getting way too deep into the shot clock there on the offensive side for the Bulldogs. Veenhoff and Henry Veenhoff in particular and Brooks have the two guys maybe that have the best bounce with their dribble, but then also the ability to get in there and finish with their size. And both of them have kind of decided we need to pick up the scoring slack a little, and that's what happened there in those final 4 minutes of the second quarter. Ben finishes with 9 points, 4 rebounds in the first half, and Henry Veenhoff with 5 points off the bench. Shane had 3, 2 in the ball game for Kaysen Crabtree for the Bulldogs, 2 as well for Miles Schneider. Nolan Nielsen, a couple of points there as well. He was doing the best he could inside. They brought him in quickly to battle with Liu in there, but he got in foul trouble, picked up 3 in that first half. So it's going to be the Bulldogs having to, I think, do a lot of double teaming and packing that zone in tight. And if Castlewood is able to shoot them out of it, they'll shoot them out of it. But right now the Warriors just 1 of 12 from downtown. So Madison can keep packing that zone in a little bit tighter there against the 6'9" center who has 19 points and 12 rebounds here in the first half. 4 points each for Brody Bass and Jamison Kessler. Luke Bomberger with 2 for Castlewood. They lead at 32-23 here at halftime in this Entringer Classic matchup. Other games today here at the main gym in Brookings, the Bob Jostad Gymnasium. Coming up after this, Flandreau will take on Del Rapids St. Mary. And then it's a Del Rapids double dip as Hamlin and Del Rapids Public will play the 6:30 game today. Game right now over in the auxiliary gym is Dubrook area against Baltic. And then the late game will be Waverly South Shore against Elkton Lake Benton. As we said, Madison will be back at home on Friday. Girls and boys basketball doubleheader Friday. And then coming up on Saturday, January the 4th, it is the America's Hometown Classic. Now, here's the boys matchup. There's going to be 10 boys games going on next Saturday, January the 4th, in Madison as part of that America's Hometown Classic. Platte Geddes against Millbank, Baltic against Laverne, Minnesota. Custer will be here taking on Tracy Milroy Ballatin. DeSmit against Lower Burrell, Miller against Belfouche, Wynot against Howard, Hill City against Wabash Summit, Parker against Teospazina, Wilmot versus Ethan, and then the Madison boys taking on Worthington. Meanwhile, in the girls part of that classic, it'll be Baltic against Laverne, Miller against Gregory, Platte Geddes versus Lower Burrell, Wabash Summit against Wynot, Chester against Teospazina, Howard versus Belfouche, Flandreau against Mobridge Pollock, and then the Madison girls take on Parker. That'll be the late game, the 9 p.m. game at the Madison High School gym. Those games are being split between the high school and the middle school gyms. They start at 8:30 in the morning, and the late game at 9. So a lot of games coming up next Saturday in Madison. And again, those final 2 Madison games, the girls and the boys, will be the late games in the high school gym, and we'll have both of them for you here at KJAM and AmazingMadison.com. Our score at halftime, it is Castlewood with a 32-23 lead over the Madison Bulldogs in this 31st annual Michael J. Entringer Scholarship Classic. We've got more, including the third quarter, coming up next on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have a lot of questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tyler Weedy. Let's work together to help make sure your finances meet your unique needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Call us at 605-256-3550 to schedule an appointment.
What's your big picture?
To fix my fixer-upper.
If a great home is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust can help you navigate with local mortgage experts who make it easy. Find out how at bankeasy.com.
Hi, I'm Laura from Kinsley Funeral Home. My brother Andy and I are always here to help you make final decisions and arrangements for your loved ones no matter where you live. We have facilities in Salem, Hartford, Madison, and can provide services in Sioux Falls at Heritage Funeral Home. At Kinsley Funeral Home, we are always here to help guide you and explain the process so you and your family can make confident and informed decisions. Call Kinsley Funeral Home and let us help you with your funeral arrangements or explain the benefits of pre-planning. Kinsley Funeral Home, offering caring, compassionate services to Madison and the surrounding area.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local, independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Call Kundert Williams in Madison today at 256-6608.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most. Find out how at bankeasy.com.
Welcome back to the MDL broadcast booth and the Bob Jostab Gymnasium. Madison Bulldogs and Castlewood. Castlewood going for their third consecutive win over Madison here in the Entringer. They have a 32-23 lead and a basketball to start the third quarter of play. Castlewood, the home team, starts the basketball here in this third quarter. We're off a screen, set up for a top of the key. Bomberger three-pointer, and that one will rattle in. Just the second three-pointer of the ball game for the Warriors. Makes it 35-23. Brody Cummins off the wing right side, now into the corner. Ben Brooks facing up around a screen, gets to the paint, lost the basketball though, then tried to just flip it back to Crabtree. It's easily intercepted, and going in for the dunk is Luke Bomberger. Brooks and the Bulldogs, a little lackadaisical on the passing there. And it led to an easy flush on the other end. Brooks into the corner, pump fake by Schneider, drives to the baseline, off glass. He'll lay it in. 4-2. Second bucket of the ball game for Schneider. Bulldogs come back with that trap again. Got a turnover early in the first quarter, but they haven't had a chance to go back to it much since. Castlewood working it around the arc. They'll fire a three, and another one is good. So what do we say at halftime? Castlewood against the zone was going to keep getting opportunities. They hadn't taken advantage of deep shots in the first half. Well, they come out, they hit their first two triples here in the third quarter. Brooks outside. Schneider pump fakes on a three. Wants to go right to the baseline again. Another reverse layup this time for Miles Schneider, and he's got all four for Madison here in the third quarter. Camden Kessler into the front court. Gave it up, got it back. Has it between the circles. As Leyu posting up down low on Brooks. Beanoff flashes the double team. Now Leyu drives to the middle. Splits the double. Puts it up no good. Schneider gets the rebound for Madison. A one and done is a pleasant sight for the Bulldogs. Schneider, hesitation dribble. Trailer is Ben. Steps into a three. No good. And rebounded by Kessler for the Warriors. Slows up as he comes into the front court. Now out for Bass beyond the arc on the right side. Early going to the third quarter here. The lead is 40-27. Castlewood on top of the Bulldogs. Around a double drag screen comes Kessler. Gave it up, tried to get it right back from Leyu, but it goes off the hands of Brody Cummins and out of bounds. Bulldogs will bring their freshmen Henry Veenhoff and Nolan Nielsen into the game as Ben Brooks and Kason Crabtree check out. Jamison Kessler will trigger the inbound right in front of the Warrior cheerleaders. Oh, wide open look underneath. Camden Kessler got lost, and he gets an easy lay-in. Bulldogs quickly down the court. Here comes Henry on the left side, waiting for a Nielsen screen. Doesn't get it set the first time. They try it again. Now throw the pass to the opposite corner. Here comes Shane Veenhoff on a drive. Tried to leave it off for Nolan Nielsen, and it's taken away as Layu comes up with the steal. Quick pass into the hands of Bomberger now. Camden Kessler, Shane Veenhoff way out on him, about 8 feet beyond the arc. Coming to his help is Jamison inside Layu. Puts it up over the top of Nolan Nielsen and connects, and he's up to 21 in the game. Henry Veenhoff gets into the paint, tried to leave it off, but he got fouled just before he could try a pass to Nolan. Foul on Castlewood. Ben's coming right back in. He'll replace Schneider here with 4:50 to go in the third. Bulldogs inbound with the baseline. Get it into Ben. Faces up just inside the arc. Trying to battle his way in. Fades it away from 10 feet and gets the friendly roll. In the double digits now is Brooks with 11 points here for the Bulldogs. Camden Kessler into the front court. Spinning his way on Shane. Runs towards the double team now, has to reverse. Oh, nice find inside. Unable to connect those. Bomberger. Ball saved from going out. Layu's got it. Kicks it outside. Straightaway three. Jamison Kessler no good. And another fight for the rebound. And the Bulldogs will tie this one up. But Madison just cannot secure a defensive board. It'll be a jump ball that goes to Madison here. Shane Veenhoff sets the offense in motion. Here's Ben. Ben to the elbow, kicks it back outside. Shane didn't catch it cleanly. Feeds it over for Cummins. Brody thought about that catch and shoot three. Dribbles to the right instead. Now for Ben. Ben on the crossover. Gets to the free throw line. Tough contested shot, no good. Ball tipped, goes out of bounds, stays here with the Bulldogs. Last touch by Castlewood. 3:54 to go in quarter number 3. 44-29. Warriors lead the Bulldogs. Shane looking to trigger the inbounds. Looking towards the middle. There's three guys on Ben. Somebody should be open. They get it in. Here's Brody. Now back over to Shane in the corner. Nielsen dumps it down low for Brody. Try to wrap a pass around the baseline to Ben, but it was swatted out of bounds by Brody Bass. And the Bulldogs maintain it with 26 on the shot clock. Shane inbounds into the corner for Henry Veenhoff. Henry hands off Shane. Shane driving baseline. Bounce pass for Nolan. Nolan kicks it out. Brody. Top of the key was intended for Brooks, but it's taken away. And then the ball tipped away by Shane Veenhoff. Over to Henry. Henry tries to pass to Shane. Gets tipped around. Henry runs it down himself. Outside for Ben now. Skip pass over to Cummins on the far side. Inside Nolan. Nolan up off the glass. Won't go down, but he got fouled. Brody Bass commits the foul. And that will send Nolan Nielsen to the line to shoot two. Bulldogs will bring Cason Crabtree in after the first free throw. And Bennett Johnson will check back in for Castlewood as well. Nolan Nielsen to the free throw line. 2 points in the ball game. Now make it 3 as the freshman knocks down the first one. Nolan Nielsen, 6'7" freshman. Now with 5 points in the ball game. Second Nolan free throw is no good, and Layu with the rebound for Castlewood. Bulldogs matching up. More man-to-man here. Outside Bomberger. Ball then tipped by Shane, trying to get a steal. Run down, though, by Kessler. Coming back the other way with Shane all over him, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Foul on Shane Veenhoff, and that'll be the second foul. He'll check out. Miles Schneider. Third on Shane now. Miles into the ball game. Second, check that first foul on Madison here in the third quarter with just under 3 minutes to play. 44-30 is the Castlewood lead as they inbound. Manley over to the right side. Looking to set up for Leyu inside. Leyu, double team comes. Nolan and Ben both on him. Takes an escape dribble and then hands away for Kessler. Work back around the arc to the left side. Top of the key. Manley again. Kessler steps back beyond the arc. Now tries a deep two, and he got it. Jamison Kessler from just inside the three-point line buries that jumper and makes it 46-30. Nielsen, wanted to go inside for Schneider. Pulled it back in the last second. Ben now goes in for Henry. Turns it around from 10 feet and connects. Two more for Henry Vinoff. He's got 7 in the ball game. Second leading scorer for Madison is the freshman off the bench. And a crossover by Jamison Kessler. Hit that 2 a moment ago. Fires it from 10 feet this time as he fades away and puts it in. Back-to-back buckets for Jamison Kessler. And it's 48-32 Warriors. Here's Schneider on the left side. Back out for Ben. Schneider was free in the paint. They worked for Henry Vinoff instead. Hands it off to Ben. Brooks on the drive. He'll fade it away 10 feet on the baseline and knock down the jumper. And a timeout taken by Coach White and the Bulldogs. 1:34 to play in the third quarter. It is Castlewood 48, Madison 34. And we're back after a timeout on KJAM.
MDL Madison has all your beverage needs. Pull up to the drive-thru window. We are always greeted with a smile. MDL has a large selection of fountain, bottle, and canned beverages, plus snacks, convenience store items, and gas pumps to top off your tank. MDL in Madison is open every morning at 5. Make sure to like MDL on Facebook to see more cheap prices every day, because discount is their middle name. MDL is where customers always go.
You love MDL.
1:34 to go in quarter number 3 here at the Entringer Classic in Brookings. I'm Matt Gross, welcoming you back to the MDL broadcast booth. Madison trails Castlewood 48-34 in this third quarter, and the Warriors have the basketball following Coach White's timeout. Henry Vinoff takes away the inbounds. Bounce pass to Shane up off the glass is good for 2. Madison coming back with that full court pressure again. Second time they've got a turnover on it. Kessler throws a long pass ahead to Bomberger. Bomberger drives inside from 10 feet. Shot no good. And Brooks rebounds for Madison. Ben crosses over as he comes into the front court. Ben tried to go off and around Leyu. And he bounced it off his knee out of bounds. Bulldogs turn it over. And a timeout taken by Castlewood. First time they've taken a timeout in this ball game. 1:08 to play here in the third. 48-36. Bulldogs defense trying to show some teeth. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Today's housing market can move quickly, and that's why First Premier Bank has developed a streamlined mortgage process to move your financing through the system as efficiently as possible. From our convenient online application to the day you close, our mortgage bankers are committed to providing personal and responsive service. We want to make your home happen by making the mortgage process as easy as possible. Apply online at firstpremier.com/home. First Premier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, Castlewood, as we welcome you back, was ready to go, and one of the officials was ready to go, but the timeout had not finished there. So now we're ready to go following that 30-second Castlewood break. Madison comes with pressure, and they're going to force another turnover. As losing it off his own hip was Camden Kessler. And the Bulldogs full court pressure, forcing some turnovers here in this third quarter as they try to come back. Schneider catch and shoot corner 3, no good, and Leyu rebounds for Castlewood. Camden Kessler and Leyu trying to bring it into the front court. Bulldogs are able to set up some pressure here. Long pass ahead. Nearly there for the interception. Comes down low. Shot up off the glass. Spins out. No good. Brooks rebounds for the Bulldogs. Throws it ahead for Brody. Cummins into the front court. Brody driving to the baseline. Puts it up. No, but he's fouled. And Cummins will step to the line and shoot 2. Bulldogs were trying to push the tempo in the second quarter. They're doing it here at the end of the third quarter. And with this lead that once was looking like it was going to swell past 20, now could come back to 10 if Cummins can knock down both free throws. And the first one falls off the rim, no good. That, I believe, is the first free throw miss of the season for Brody Cummins. One more on the way for the junior. Oh, he missed them both. And rebounded by Leyu, and a missed opportunity here for the Bulldogs. Full court pressure again. Cameron over to Jamison Kisler. Now back over to Cameron. Goes inside, and Schneider commits the foul as they got it into Bomberger. Just the second foul on the Bulldogs here in this third quarter with 26 seconds to go in the third. So Castlewood will inbound on the baseline. Jamison Kessler will throw it in for Bass. And Bass driving baseline. Gets it up off the glass over the outstretched arms of Ben Brooks. And it's good for two. And then Madison nearly throws it away. 18 seconds to go here in the third. 50-36. Castlewood leads. Inbound Henry, hands off to Shane Veenhoff. 10 seconds to go. Shane around a screen, drives, runner up off glass, and it's good. Inbounds to Bass. Bass gets it across the timeline, but cannot get the shot away in time. And the third quarter comes to an end. After three, Castlewood leads it by 12. It's 50-48 Warriors over the Bulldogs. Fourth quarter action coming up next on KJAM.
Madison Regional Health is dedicated to keeping you in the game. Our expert team of physicians or physical therapists can treat your strain, sprains, or any injury that has you sidelined. Madison Regional Health also brings top orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine specialists to Madison every week. Get back to your favorite activities with the help of the specialists and staff at Madison Regional Health.
This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Are you craving a taste sensation that'll knock your socks off? Stop into the all-new Go-Go Burritos in Madison. Check out Go-Go Burritos dinner specials like a torta and tots for $11.99 every Wednesday, a family meal special every Thursday night, and buy 3 tacos, get 1 free every Friday night. There's options for everyone, so bring the family for a weeknight special at Go-Go Burritos in Madison. Back at the Bob Jostan Gymnasium from the MDL broadcast booth, I'm Matt Gross. One more quarter to go here in this 31st annual Michael J. Entringer Scholarship Classic. Castlewood has a 12-point lead over the Madison Bulldogs, the number one team in Class B, trying to stay unbeaten on the year. Madison trying to avoid losing their second in a row. 50-38. Warriors have the lead in the basketball as we start the fourth quarter here in Brookings. Same 5 that finished that quarter on the floor for Madison. Schneider meets the ball and Bass at the top of the key. Now Brody Cummins squares up on Jamison Kessler as we get a drive inside and a foul on the floor. Blocking foul on Madison is going to be on Brody Cummins, and that is Brody's first of the afternoon. So Camden Kessler, the 6'3 sophomore, will trigger the inbound pass. Gets it right back after throwing it to Bass. And works himself to the top of the key, looking for Leyu inside. Not a lot of touches in that third quarter. He goes to work here and turns it over. Try to bounce pass that was taken away by Schneider. He'll find Cummins now across the half-court line. Ben into the corner. Crabtree, Veenhoff. This is Shane. Tried to pass it back to the middle and had to bat it out of bounds. Stays here with the Bulldogs. 27 seconds on the shot clock for Madison. Shane Veenhoff to inbound. Bulldogs, not a lot of urgency. They get it into Ben. Ben has it stripped out of his hands and picked up by Castlewood. Bomberger into the front court. Throws it ahead now for Kessler. Pass cross court was tipped, but right into the hands of Bass for a three-point shot. No good. Shane Veenhoff skies in the air and gets the rebound and then double dribbled. Shane knew it right away, too. He was looking to put his head down and run. Didn't see that defender until the last second and didn't have enough time to cross it over properly. Here's Leyu working his way on Brooks, and a travel called. as Castlewood gives it right back to the Bulldogs here. 7 minutes to go. Still plenty of time for Madison down 12. Veenhoff triggers the offense. Here's Cummins on the right side. Top of the key for Ben. Ben crosses over, gets into the paint, looking for the corner. Has an open shooter in Schneider. Pump fakes in the three. Drives inside. Schneider hangs with some contact. No whistle. Can't finish. And rebound to Leyu, his 17th of the ball game. Pass ahead into the corner. A wide open three-pointer by Bomberger. No good. And rebound for Schneider. Throws it ahead to Shane now. Shane comes up into the front court, eyeing the defense. Drives inside and got fouled. Shane will head to the free throw line and shoot two for the Bulldogs. 7 points, 4 rebounds in the game for Shane Veenhoff. Nobody has put the ball through the net as of yet in the fourth quarter. Veenhoff stops that with the first of his 2 free throw attempts, makes it 50-39. Trying to get it to 10 now, and he does. Veenhoff knocks them both down as the Bulldogs then sub and bring Kason Crabtree back in, replacing Brody Cummins, and Ben Brooks will tie his shoes here at center court. 10-point advantage for Castlewood. Hit those 2 big threes in the third quarter to start it, but other than that, their offense has kind of dried up a little bit here in the second half. Pass left side, Bomberger. Out to Cameron Kessler. Kessler on the drive. Fades it away from inside the free throw line and knocks it down. First bucket of the quarter for Castlewood. Shane Veenhoff hands it off to Brooks. Brooks inside. Kicks it back out for Schneider. Hands back to Ben. Almost lost a handle on it. Gives it back over to Henry Veenhoff now. Veenhoff for Shane. Shane threw it over to Schneider. Schneider around a screen, steps into a three-pointer, shot no good, and the rebound picked up by the Warriors. Nobody picks up Kessler right away. Steps into a 15-foot jumper, no good. Schneider with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Now he throws it ahead to Shane. Veenhoff goes down low. He didn't see Bass there. He was trying to find Crabtree underneath. It's swatted out of bounds. And it will stay with Madison. 12-point Castlewood advantage, 52-40 here with 5:27 to play fourth quarter. Ben takes the inbounds, hands it off to Shane for a three-pointer. It's good. Veenhoff with the three, and Coach White will take a timeout. Lead is down to single digits now, 52-43. Castlewood with the lead here in the fourth quarter, 5:24 to play on the Farmers Ag Center scoreboard. We're back with more after this break on KJAM and AmazingMadison.com.
When looking for flowers for someone, or maybe it's a gift to yourself for your home or office, stop by the Floral Shop in Madison. They can help you choose the right flower arrangement. Tell someone they're amazing, pick out something sweet and simple, or just show your love to that special someone with fresh, beautiful flowers from the Floral Shop in Madison. Visit the Floral Shop in Madison online at floralshopmadison.com to see their fresh flowers for all occasions and other great gift ideas.
Today, you have more choices than ever in how you buy insurance. Don't make the 1-800 mistake when it comes to your peace of mind. Call Brian at King Insurance, your independent insurance agent for all your insurance needs. Trust Brian at King Insurance to provide the coverage you need at competitive prices and the service you need when you need it. King Insurance provides safe, sound, and secure insurance protection. The King Insurance Agency in Madison, located just west of the courthouse. Their local, trusted choice independent insurance agency. Peace of mind when you need it the most.
5 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. Castlewood's lead down to 9 now, 52-43, as the Madison Bulldogs will show full court pressure here following the timeout off the made three by Shane Veenhoff. Veenhoff's up to 12 points in the ball game, one off the team high 13 of Ben Brooks. As the Warriors get it across the timeline, lob the pass up high, Camden Kessler. Now looking to go inside Leyu. Gets it back out to Kessler again. As working some clock are the Warriors. 15 seconds on the shot clock here. Jamison Kessler now. Brody Cummins on him over left side for Cameron. Pass. Now back to Cameron Kessler. The sophomore has a man hit the deck in front of him. Feeds it for Bass. It's an open three-pointer, and Brody Bass knocks it down. Big shot to answer that Veenhoff three before the timeout. Crabtree. Now left side Schneider, outside it's Brody. Cummins looks inside for Ben. Ben turns it around right hand and connects. 10-point lead again for the Warriors, 55-45 now with 4:30 to go here in the fourth. Cameron Kisler over for Leyu into the front court. He drives inside, feeds to the corner. Now back out is again Castlewood in no rush offensively here. They go in for Leyu. Got it, lost it. Now picked it up, lost it again. Gets it back top of the key. Feeds it right side. Shot clock did not reset. 10 seconds to go. Drive by Jamison Kisler. He's stripped of it by Shane Veenhoff. Veenhoff trying to go all the way. Lost it on the bump. Hits the deck. Ball's loose. Picked up by Brooks. Brooks feeds it off for Cummins. Top of the key at Schneider. Stripped from behind. He didn't see Jamison Kisler coming. And Castlewood will slowly walk it up towards center court again here. Bulldogs trail by 10 now with under 4 to go here in the fourth. Over to Bass. Bass goes inside Leyu. Double team comes. Top of the key. Now left side. Bomberger wants another three. Cannot hit. Offensive rebound. Put back Bass is good. 12-point lead again for the Warriors. Long pass ahead for Schneider. Schneider trying to go all the way. Throws it up right hand against Leyu. Won't go. Cummins taps the rebound out to Brooks. Brooks for a three. Got it. Ben Brooks with the three. 57-48 Castlewood. Brooks and the Bulldogs now trying to apply some pressure and see if they can't get him to a double team. Brooks tips the ball away, saves it from going out of bounds, but it's right back into the hands of Castlewood. Now the ball's loose, picked up by Bass. Got it in the corner, Leyu with it now. As he's hassled inside, tries to go to work on Brooks. Shot up off the glass, no good. Veenhoff rebounds for Madison. Long pass ahead intended for Schneider is too tall. Madison could not afford a turnover there after they battled like that on offense, and they turned over. Henry Veenhoff will come in. Castlewood will take a timeout. 2:37 to go here in the fourth. It's the Warriors 57, the Bulldogs 48. Back with more from Brookings after this.
Touchdown! But wait, are you ready for the real game changer this season?
That's right. Whether you're in the end zone or the weight zone, Anytime Fitness has got your back.
With 24/7 access, state-of-the-art equipment, and a community that's always cheering you on, it's your home field advantage all year long.
Need to tackle that workout before work or maybe blitz through some cardio after the big game? No problem. Anytime Fitness is always open, just like your playbook. So gear up and head over to Anytime Fitness where champions are made.
Join today and get in the best shape of your life on and off the field.
Go Bulldogs!
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
12 offensive rebounds for Castlewood and 11 turnovers for the Bulldogs. So those are the two key stats that have this 9-point advantage for the Warriors, 57-48, as they have it following the latest Bulldog turnover. Warriors on the inbound following the Madison timeout. Bulldogs trying to really harass these passes now. Open underneath is Bass. Bass away from everybody, lays it in. Second time he's really got free of everybody and got an easy deuce. 59-48. Here's Cummins trying to get it to Henry quickly in the corner. They go to Shane instead. They know they got to go fast. Shane up off the glass, no good. And rebounded by Castlewood. 2 minutes to play, and we're going to get a foul on Henry Veenhoff. That'll be the second foul on the Bulldogs here in this fourth quarter, and it comes with 2 minutes to go, and Castlewood leading by 11. Cameron Kinsler inbounds to Jamison. Kinsler to the rack. He lays it in and makes it 61-48. Left side, Henry Veenhoff for a three. No good. Brooks flies in. Couldn't quite time it for a tip-back dunk, and the ball picked up by Bass here for the Warriors. As Bass brings it up across the timeline. 90 seconds to go. 61-48. Castlewood has survived the little Bulldog spurt that got it back to 9. Crossover, Kinsler kicks it outside for a Bomberger three. He got it. And that is going to about do it. 1:20 to go and a timeout taken by the Warriors, and they'll bring some subs in off the bench. 64-48. Castlewood on top. Time it on the floor. We pause as well on KJAM.
No more waiting for your car repair. Contact the all-new Automedics Car Care Center in Madison. Jake and his son have taken over the former Rogers service and are bringing 35 years of combined experience to Madison. Automedics Car Care can take care of all your engine repair, oil changes, braking, injection systems, battery, transmission, even exhaust work, and much more. Plus, they're offering 10% off your first service. So contact the Automedics Car Care Center today at 256-6762 or visit them on Facebook, the all-new Automedics Car Care Center in Madison.
1:20 to play here in this ball game. It's 64-48. Castlewood on top of the Bulldogs. Castlewood brings some subs in following that timeout. Ben Brooks spins and fires away from 15 feet and knocks it down over the head of Colby Davis. Ben up to 20 points in the ball game, makes it 64-50 now. As Cameron Kinsler has the ball poked away from behind, Ben tries to save it, but throws it up off the bottom of the glass, and it'll stay here with Castlewood. Just under a minute to go. Colby Davis, Bennett Johnson, and Tyson Manley all checked in for the Warriors. Jamison Kinsler and Brian Liu staying into the ball game. Kinsler into the corner. And out for Johnson. Liu free throw line. Pump fakes a couple of times as the clock ticks away. Now down into the corner for a three-pointer up. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by Castlewood. As the Warriors will bring another sub in. Trevor Everson, a 5'10 freshman, along with Josh Jensen, 6'1 senior, coming into the ball game for the Warriors for the final 42.6 seconds. Madison will go to the bench as well. James Driscoll, Garrett Van Leer, Quinn Fleming coming into the ball game for Madison, along with Trip Hansen. And Gavin Schneider. So Castlewood, again, the number one team in Class B, is going to stay unbeaten on the year. Madison will fall to 500 at 2-2, two consecutive losses after their 2-0 start as Quinn Fleming gets over to Van Leer, and Van Leer got fouled, pushed by Colby Davis. Second foul on the Warriors. Not a lot of whistles overall in this ball game outside of that barrage of three-point plays that the Warriors had and converted on for the most part earlier. Fleming again, shot clock off. Final 30 seconds ready to tick away. Bulldogs go inside. Van Leer, quick turnaround shot is blocked by Colby Davis and picked up by the Warriors. They will hand it off to Johnson, who can walk this one up and let the last 13 tick away here. Castlewood behind a 21-point performance by Brian Liu. They had four players in double figures, and they win it. Your final score, it's the Warriors 64 and the Madison Bulldogs 50. Castlewood, for the third straight year, beats the Bulldogs here at the Michael J. Entringer Scholarship Classic. We'll be back with your Bulldog halftime show next on KJAM.
Heartland Energy is your local public power provider, delivering wholesale energy along with a variety of services to the City of Madison and surrounding areas. Heartland partners with the City of Madison to offer rebates for the purchase of efficient electric appliances and equipment. We also offer incentives and low-interest financing options for new or expanding businesses. Delivering power with a purpose, Heartland Energy is your trusted partner for reliable energy solutions. Learn more at heartlandenergy.com.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have a lot of questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tyler Weedy. Let's work together to help make sure your finances meet your unique needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Call us at 605-256-3550 to schedule an appointment.
What's your big picture?
To fix my fixer-upper.
If a great home is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust can help you navigate with local mortgage experts who make it easy. Find out how at bankeasy.com.
Back here in Brookings with a final score has the Castlewood Warriors with a 64-50 win over the Madison Bulldogs. Your MVP is Brian Lau, who goes the 6'9 senior, 21 points and 17 rebounds in this ball game. A lot of that damage done in the first half. Brody Bass went for 16, Jamison Kessler with 12, and Luke Bomberger with 10 for the Castlewood Warriors. For Madison, Ben Brooks finished with 20 points today. Shane Vienoff had 12. The two Bulldogs in double figures. Madison, that second quarter really did them in. Bulldogs got up early in this one. A good start. First, maybe 2-3 minutes of the game, and then the offense just dried up for a span of about 8 minutes of actual game time. The end of the second quarter looked like Madison was kind of finding a rhythm. Start of the third quarter, a couple of big threes right away by Castlewood, ballooned that lead up to 19 at one point. Madison got it down to within 9 with about 2.5 minutes to go, but Warriors just kept getting offensive rebounds and big shots when they needed it. Madison, when they got it down to 9, then they got to stop and turned it over almost immediately, and that really just kind of took the wind out of the sails. You could tell that just felt like the last opportunity Madison was going to have, and they just couldn't execute on it as they fall again by the final of 64-50. Next game coming up here at the Entringer Classic, Flandreau and Del Rapids St. Mary, then Hamlin and Del Rapids here at the main gym in Brookings. The last game, Waverly South Shore and Elton Lake Benton getting ready to go over in the auxiliary gym. Next up for the Madison Bulldogs, girls and boys doubleheader on Friday. They will host Belle-Fourche, and then the Madison High School and middle school gyms will host that America's Hometown Basketball Classic on Saturday, January the 4th. So our next game's on the 3rd with the Bulldogs against Belle-Fourche. Again, your final score, it's Castlewood 64, the Madison Bulldogs 50. For everyone at KJAM Sports, I'm Matt Gross. Thank you so much for listening and have a great rest of your Saturday night.